All right, it's Jay today and Gwen tomorrow, and we're back with another adventure. So currently I'm here at Austin Straubel Airport, and I'm gonna make my way. I got a little adventure I'm going on. I figured I'd bring you guys along. So this car looks pretty cool. That is awesome. It's currently about 4:15, and look at this. What is this thing? But we gotta make our way up to TSA. So look at this. This is awesome. Wow. All right, let's go up to TSA and get ready for the craziness. So the good thing is I hear that you don't have to take your shoes off, so that's awesome. Nothing like coming into snow blowers during the summertime. That's one thing that's weird about this airport, is that it's got snow blowers in the middle of summer. So that's pretty cool. Look at that. So, all right. So let's see where I'm at to fly out. So they got a couple gates over here and over there, but let's see real quick. All right, so I got to go get in line. I hate this part, but this is the way it is. And we'll see you on the other side. So I made it through TSA, but it was fun. I had to take my shoes off. I didn't know we were doing that still. I'm suspecting I set some sort of alarm off or something because I kept my belt on, so my pants wouldn't fall down. But I'm one step closer to leaving Green Bay for a little bit, so just figured I'd share that with you guys. So, and made it through the TSA spot. But yeah. So let's go find B3 and go from there. So it is currently 4:40 in the morning, so quite early still. And all right, so I'm over here sitting on the other side of TSA now, just waiting for a flight. Currently it's 4:47. The flight doesn't leave till 6:20, and I'm suspecting the flight is going to be packed. I mean, the whole room over here, I'll turn it around and show you. Like everybody over here is on the flight to Minneapolis. So, and again, I mean, it is filled. So, yeah. So basically, the reason why I turned the camera on is, give me 1 second while I zoom out, because apparently I don't know what I'm doing. So I wanted to talk a little bit about TSA this morning. I haven't flown in almost 2 years, I think. The last time I flew was with Delta, and it was a hot mess. Like to the point where they end up reimbursing me almost $600 due to their mistakes. Obviously, I'm hoping just for a free, I shouldn't say free, but basically, I guess a problem-free day. And not have to deal with what I went through last time. So, but we'll see. Like I said, my final destination today, I should be there by 10:46 a.m. We'll see. I mean, I'm hoping that's the case, but I don't know. But anyway, back to TSA. Like, I was just going to ask, when you guys go through the airport, does it just almost, like, bring, like, like when you're going through TSA, you're trying to follow the protocols, and it's almost to the point where like no matter what you do, they're still gonna have to do their pat downs and searches and all that stuff. I decided to keep my belt on this time because I'm kind of a bigger guy. Putting my belt on and taking it off, like I feel like is just a headache, and plus, I didn't want my pants to fall down. Nobody needs to see a bigger guy naked, you know. Um, and I was like, she's like, well, do you want to keep your belt on? And I'm like, yeah, sure, why not, and she said that there may be some issues when you go through the scanning thing, and I just kind of went with it. Well, as soon as I went through the scanning thing, bam, red flags. So now I'm sitting down, taking my shoes off, taking my belt off, and they have to do a pat down. I mean, the guy this morning like groped me like you would not believe. He's like, we can do it in private or public. I'm thinking, I don't care. I just want it done. Like, there's nothing on me other than screws in my knee. So just figured I'd share that with you guys. I mean, it was just way too early to comprehend like all this stuff, all the commands, but like just get it done with so I can get on with my flight and do what I gotta do. So just figured I'd share that with you guys. So for some people, if you go through the screening and you take your belt off, I'm suspecting, you won't have to take your shoes off. But like in my case, obviously I had to take off everything pretty much. The shoes, the belt, and then go through the pat down. So anyway, that's what's going on. And yeah. So let me turn this around. But yeah, so like I said, I'm suspecting the flight today is probably close to sold out. And it is, I should have said the time. It is July 25th, 2025. Like I said, currently 4:51. And I think on the way here, it was like 70 degrees out.
Good morning, everyone traveling each day
Give or take.
Plan to Atlanta. We're now ready to begin our boarding process. We do ask that you leave your boarding zone.
So they're making announcements. I will come back here shortly, and we'll go from there.
As a courtesy to others traveling and to get the most
So I thought there was one flight over here, but there's two. The one that's boarding, I think, right now is going to Atlanta. Fortunately, today I'm not going there, but I'll keep you guys posted on where I'm going here. Well, actually, the thumbnail will tell you. So I'm actually on my way to the West Coast, San Francisco. I've never been to San Francisco, but I've been to California a couple times. Just never San Francisco. Stay tuned for the awesome videos coming out of there, and the rest of the trip. So I'll be spending a week on the West Coast and basically bringing all those videos to you guys. So, but yeah, now it's just a wait game. It's 5:02 currently right now. The flight takes off at 6:20, so we got about another hour. But yeah, so all right. So I'm not sure if you guys can see it, but because it seems like there's some sort of film or something on the window, but I think we're gonna get a pretty cool sunrise this morning. I saw the orange from above, on the other side of the room, and I'm like, oh, look at this is kind of cool. So but yeah, so I mean, I can't even look out. I mean, I can't see nothing out this window, but I can see there's a plane. I think that's our plane too. That's right here. But that is gonna be pretty cool. So again, we're taking off. I'm gonna look to see what time sunrise is. So this is what I found. So it's currently 5:10. So we'll still be here, because the flight doesn't take off till 6:20. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Very cool. So EAA is going on in Oshkosh this week. And basically it means that I think it's called experimental air something. I can't remember. But it's a big air show, and the EAA airport in Oshkosh is the busiest airport in the world for this 1 week. But I just noticed something I thought was pretty interesting, that if you look out the window, here I'll show you guys, there's all these little planes on the tarmac right there, and I'm suspecting they're from EAA overflow, meaning that they may have come up here because there's no room at any of the airports down in Oshkosh. But I mean, there's quite a bit right out there. So I thought that was kind of interesting. So, yeah. Let me zoom in so you guys can see. And like I said, it brings hundreds of thousands of people to the area. And there's like fog coming up out there too, which is kind of pretty cool. So you can kind of see all those planes now a little bit better. And the fog coming off the runway. And one of the plane for Atlanta just backed out, so maybe we'll get lucky and see it take off. I don't think we're going to get much of a sunrise this morning because it is foggy. Actually, it's supposed to be hazy here in Green Bay. I think it's something to do with the Canadian wildfires. So I thought this was our plane right here, but there's a fin over there, so maybe that might be our plane. I think this is ours, but I honestly don't know. It's been a while since I've actually flown, so I think almost 2 years. I was hoping to see that plane take off, but yeah, that whole little area over there's got all those little planes. Again, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure that's overflow from Oshkosh.
And once again, good morning and welcome to Delta Flight 5118, service number 2 Minneapolis. As we prepare for our boarding process this morning, federal regulations allow each customer one carry-on bag and a small personal item that must fit underneath the seat in front of you. If you do have more than those two items, we kindly ask that you consolidate prior to boarding. Today we are flying in a regional jet with overhead bins that should accommodate most normal size carry-on bags. If there is a need to validate check your carry-on bag, it will be available for you.
I don't know if you guys can see that, but the sun is... Oh, I can't even see it. But it's kind of peeking out through the clouds over there. That's pretty cool. Great, we made it on the plane. So it's 6:09. About 11 minutes before takeoff. looks like they pulled back. I'm suspecting we'll be backing up shortly. Nope, there goes the stairs.
After exiting the aircraft, inflate the vest by pulling down on the red tabs at the bottom of the vest, or manually inflate by blowing into the red tubes at shoulder level. A water-activated line is attached to each vest. Seat cushions can also be used for flotation. Instructions for operation are outlined on the safety information card in your seat
I bet that
pocket.
person gets their 10,000 steps in.
Infant life vests are located in a marked compartment in the forward part
Daily.
of the cabin. If necessary, we'll distribute life vests for in-lap children. Refer to the safety information card for instructions on how to use the infant life vest for children who weigh less than 35 pounds. Before we take off, be sure seat backs are upright. Tray tables and carry-on items are stowed. Window shades in the exit rows and seat 1A are open, and aisle armrests are lowered. Then, take a moment to review the safety information card in your seat pocket. As we complete our final safety checks, let us know if you have any questions. We'll do everything we can to ensure you have a safe and relaxing flight today.
Moving slowly, but we're moving. And that's all that really matters. Look at all those overflows from EAA. All those little planes right there. That's insane. Very bouncy. Oh, it got foggy. Oh, look at those clouds up there. So that's Mason Street right there and 41. I believe it is. Oh, look at that. Hopefully we get some pretty views when we fly out of Minneapolis to San Francisco. Again, I don't know if they're flying over Glacier National Park, but if they are, oh my god, that would be cool. Actually, they probably wouldn't, because that's way up north in Montana, so I don't know why I thought that. Look at those fluffy clouds. They're so fluffy. See some stuff down there, but it's so over, with the clouds, you're not gonna be able to really see anything. I keep hitting the window with the gimbal. I don't know why. Like, this is my first time actually in an airplane with this camera. Usually I have like the GoPro 360, I think, GoPro Max 360. To see down there. I mean, you can kind of see a little bit of stuff, but I mean, for the most part, you're not seeing anything over the clouds. Either foggy or really hazy. So nothing's really changed other than that we're flying towards the west. I mean, you can't really see anything. So I don't know if we will be able to see anything because I know it's supposed to be hazy when we left Green Bay. So, but it is currently 6:58. I believe it was an hour and 11 minutes. We left at 6:28. So probably another 15 to 30 minutes, while we're kind of up here. Maybe we'll get to see some stuff once we get closer to Minneapolis. I mean, I can see buildings and stuff, but I mean, it's like not very good, but I think we're in Minnesota now. It's currently 7:08. But I'm not even 100% sure. It was only an hour and 11-minute flight, so
The pleasure to serve you as we prepare for landing. Please double check your seatbelt.
Yep, we're getting close to the airport. Oh, looks like we're turning.
To that large electronic device touches laptop. Please don't just seat back and continue to use your mobile devices just as long as they're properly secured. Landing zone.
So I wonder if we'll get to see Mall of America, considering it's in Bloomington, where the airport's at. I'm suspecting we will. Mall of America and IKEA, and all that other stuff that we're familiar with over there. So I wonder if that's the Mississippi right there. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's the Mississippi River or not. Looks like they got a dam right there. Maybe not. I'm not familiar because we're so far up. So Okay, so there's a stadium right there. Is that the Viking Stadium? Not sure. Again, I haven't been to Minnesota in a while, so and I haven't been downtown, and I don't even remember the last time I haven't been down there. Going over a train yard. That's pretty cool. There's another stadium. Oh, look at all those, the sun's reflecting off all those lights. So I wonder if this must be Minneapolis, possibly. Look at all the skyscrapers and stuff. So there's the Viking Stadium right there. It's downtown. I don't know what that other stadium was that we passed with the white roof, but I do know that the Viking Stadium is downtown. So then this is Minneapolis right here, and not St. Paul. And this is a possibility for the Mississippi. Either that or the Minnesota River. I don't know which one.
7 different varieties. Birds along the side, and then
God, I'm horrible with this. It's been a while since I've flown, so that's my excuse. So, and I keep hitting the window with the gimbal. It's shocking. If I remember correctly, Best Buy headquarters is over here too in Minneapolis. Must be getting close to the airport. I'm trying to remember the last time I flew out of Minneapolis. I think it might have been to Florida. There's a big lake right there. One of the 10,000 lakes that are in Minnesota. I was gonna say Minneapolis, but Minneapolis is just a city in Minnesota. Look at how long that road is. Oh, and there's the sun. Green sludge on top of the water right there. Gross. Man, I wish it wasn't so hazy or foggy. Oh no, the sun is coming right in our face. is 7:15. I don't know why it does that, but it's 7:15 as you guys can see. And turning again. Whoa. Oh, wheels must have just came out. Can feel like a big bump underneath. Must have just dropped them. Let's see if we can spot Mall of America. Got another lake there. What the heck is that? That's a weird building. It's like 3 or 4 lakes here. Like we're stopping in the middle of the air. Yeah, I'm not seeing Mall of America. And honestly, I probably wouldn't even be able to... Oh, look at that. That's kind of a cool church. I probably wouldn't even be able to point it out anyway. I gotta stop hitting the stupid window with the gimbal. Very foggy or hazy here too. 2 more lakes. Oh man, some kayakers. Sailboat in the middle of the lake. Going over some neighborhood. Parks. Oh, that's got to be crazy. Imagine like playing baseball there and you're about to hit the ball and the plane comes over. And this must be the airport. And there's the air wing. 934th Air Wing, Air Guard, I believe. And we are down. Touchdown. I think I got like an hour and a half delay or layover here. I gotta look at my ticket when I get off, obviously, and find a gate.
Twin Cities, Minneapolis on St. Paul. Local time is 7:20. Please stay seated with your seatbelts fastened and your install it. So we arrive at the gate, and the captain has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign. On leaving, please check around your seat and the overhead bins to make sure you've left no personal belongings on board. Please use caution. When opening the overhead bins, these items may have shifted during flight.
So that thing's gonna line up to the door.
There you go.
Thank you.
All
There
right,
you go.
we'll trade.
Pretty cool. All right, I'm in Minneapolis, so let's go see where my flight is. I gotta go figure out that now. So the connecting flight, I should say. So, made it to Minneapolis-St. Paul Airport, or the Twin City Airport. And this airport's huge, so let's go figure out what the gate is that I need, because I honestly don't know. Oh, look at that. There's a black jet out there. I didn't even notice that. Huh. Oh, you guys aren't able to see that. Right there. All right, let's go down here. See. No, that's not gonna work. I'm over here having struggles. See, Omaha cocktail room isn't even open. Not that I need one anyway. Looking for a flight board, if that's what they called. Oh, there's one right there. All right, this will give me some idea on where my next flight is, or where my next gate is. All right, where is San Francisco? See, Appleton. San Francisco. 850 F6. Holy cow. So we got to get the F6, and we're in A. Wow. F6, here we come. That's a heck of a hike. F6. Good thing we got an hour. Omaha, Duluth, Pittsburgh. Huh. I spent the week up near Duluth. Very beautiful area. F. So, making my way over. Why does it have to be so far away? Holy cow. I'm glad they gave me an hour. It's literally going to take that long to get over there. Fargo, been there too. Walking sidewalks. I'm always afraid that I'm going to be in the way of somebody when I'm walking on the sidewalks. And here we go. Whee! I'm betting we have to take a tram. Whoa. I almost just fell. That would have been hilarious. Holy cow. International Falls. Saint Sue Marie. Never been to Saint Sue Marie. That'd be a trip that I kind of want to try. So. B, C, D, E, F. Whoa. See, let me get out of the way. I feel like I'm in the way of people. State's Twin City News. Tram to Terminal DEF. All right, so we're gonna get that because we gotta go to F. There's a Blue Door pub. Make sure F6. F6. Ha 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 ha. So we're gonna catch the tram. The train. Oh, here's a funny story. Before I was filming, years ago, me and my wife decided to go to Mall of America, and I've been to Mall of America many times, but we decided to go to Mall of America, and we were driving around, and the gates for the train, or this little tram right here, came by, and I was like, well, I'll just drive through, and I was on the middle of the tracks, and the light turned red, and I'm like, oh my god, so this is the stoplight. Long story short is that it turned red, I'm stuck on the tracks, and the train is coming back now after it went to the airport. There was that much traffic. So it was horrible. I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna get hit by the train, in the car, and it didn't happen, obviously, but all right, let's get on here. All right, so we made it way over here to Concourse. It's kind of like the mall, I guess, now. And we're trying to get to F. So...
The doors are closing. Do not board. The next tram will be arriving shortly.
F is this way. I am definitely rusty at this. Holy cow. Where is Concourse F? Ike's Clubhouse. Where's F? Where's F? Where's F? Gates E. So gates E are right there. Oh, F is this way. The I store. Imagine. Sort of like the Apple store. Look at these little police cars. That's kind of interesting. Chocolate factory. The big bear sitting in a tub. I bet you the stuff through here is crazy in price. Let's go look at let's look at a sandwich. I bet it's like $13. $4.50 for that. $12. Good morning. $12 for those sandwiches. That's airport robbery. Not surprising though. Minnesota lottery. I just keep thinking because it's like a last minute thing. They'll get you before you get to the plane. But I'm going to spend $12. I'm going to spend it on like some sort of meal, not a sandwich. Where's F?
Your
F is.
attention, please. In the interest of aviation security, all passengers must control their bags and packages at all times. To prevent someone from placing dangerous items in your baggage, do not leave
Little
your
food
bags
court.
and packages unattended, and do not accept items from unknown persons to carry onto the aircraft. All checked and carry-on baggage is subject to search.
State of nice. Minnesota state of nice. Here's a food court, Starbucks. Oh, look, Snoopy. Snoopy. Must be from all of America. I think it's called Snoopy World or something over there. Oh man, F is way down here. That line for Starbucks is ridiculous. Holy cow. Stone arch. Oh man. All right, where is F? Gates F. Right here. Let's see what time it is. There's no running for me. $7:47. So we got plenty of time. All right. So back in. So we're F-16. Look at all those planes. I'm pretty sure we're going to be on a big plane. Oh, look, Alaska Air. Air Canada. 2 Air Canadas. I think the flight to San Francisco is a bigger plane. But I could be wrong. I guess we'll see once we get there to that gate. F1, Raleigh and Durham, Newark, Fort Myers, San Jose. Starting to see some. I think San Jose is California. So One of these days we'll go to Newark. The donut trap. Let's go look at this. This looks pretty interesting. Look at this. Craziness. Some of it looks like, what the heck's that place? Voodoo Donut. That is interesting. Huh. That's a donut trap. That's interesting. Little conveyor belts, too. Kind of cool. Fort Myers, Florida. F4, F16. Getting his boots shine or shoes shine. Now we're in California. Bozeman, that's Montana. Never been there, but I've seen signs when I was out. Oh, San Francisco, F6, but I don't think that's us. I think we're F16. I have to look. This might be us. That's us. That's F6 because it leaves at 8:50. 1919. San Francisco. And there's our plane. It's quite big. A lot bigger than that can I was just on. F-16. I'm pretty sure this is a flight. I came across some spam stuff. And now I'm going to have to look this up because I'm not sure where the spam factory or museum's at. I didn't think it was here in Minnesota, but now maybe it is. Very interesting. Spam playing cards, air freshener. Why would you want your car to smell like spam? Wow. Very interesting. I'm going to have to look this up because I'm having a brain fart on where the spam museum thing is. Teriyaki. I think this is like a Hawaiian thing. I'm not sure, but is it spam lip gloss? Wow. That's interesting. So after doing a little bit of research, I found out that the Spam Museum is actually in Austin, Minnesota. Did not know that. So I don't know why I didn't know that. I guess I'm just not a spam eater. I mean, I've had it. I wouldn't go out of my way to get it. Anyway, that's pretty interesting. Little spam lip gloss. Wow. All right, I made it on a plane. Zone 1. They have zones now. I've never heard that before. This is their window. At least it got a better window. And the overheads. The overhead compartments in this plane are so much bigger than the one that I was just on. So much nicer. So, and I see they got USB too. Let's see what we have for movies. Huh. Yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, my flight. Let's look at my flight. I like the flight tracker, so it kind of shows you where you're flying over. Obviously, we didn't take off yet because we're still boarding, and it's only 8:14, so we got a little bit of time. So, oh look, it's Earth. Oh, so we're not even going over Montana. But we might be going over Denver. Nope. So going over Wyoming. Maybe we'll see the Grand Tetons. No, not going over Wyoming. Is that Wyoming? Yeah, because this is Montana. This is Wyoming. This is Colorado. Nevada. Idaho. Yeah, this is going to be awesome. Got this little electric vehicle here. Looks like it's one of the luggage vehicles that put the luggage on the airplane. Pretty cool. Oh, that vehicle right there is pretty interesting.
In the event of rough air, the crew might also need to buckle up.
Just basically through the
We
years of
appreciate your
Delta
understanding
celebrating
if our
100 years
service is
in service.
Federal regulations require all passengers to comply with all crew members' instructions,
their
along with
uniforms.
the posted placards and lighted information signs throughout the cabin. Smoking, vaping, the use of e-cigarettes or any smokeless product, including chewing tobacco, is not allowed on any Delta flight. Federal law prohibits tampering with, disabling, or destroying rescue smoke detectors.
There are 12 exits on this plane. 8 doors, 4 on each side, and 4 window exits over the wings. 6 doors have detachable slides that can be used as rafts. The 2 smaller doors behind the wings have detachable slides that can be used for flotation. 2 additional rafts are located in ceiling compartments near the 2 smaller doors behind the wings. The rear 2 window exits have an escape strap attached inside the window frame, which can be used to assist in a water evacuation onto the wing. In the event of an evacuation, leave all bags behind. Carry-in baggage will slow the evacuation. All exits are clearly marked with an exit sign. Locate the nearest exits and remember, they might be behind you. If we lose power, lights will illuminate the aisles to guide you to an exit.
It's unlikely, but if cabin pressure changes, oxygen masks will drop from the panels above your seat and inside the lavatories. Reach up and pull a mask down to start the flow of oxygen. Remove any face covering
I think we're
and place
getting
the
ready
mask
to
over your
back
nose
out.
and mouth. Slip the elastic strap over your head and adjust the mask if necessary. Breathe normally, and note that oxygen is flowing, so don't worry if the bag doesn't inflate. Be sure to adjust your own mask before helping others.
A water evacuation is also unlikely, but just in case. Life vests are in a compartment beneath or adjacent to your seat. To use, remove the vest from its container by pulling on the tab and then opening the pouch. Slip the vest over your head. Wrap the strap around your waist, attach it to the buckle in front, and adjust securely around your waist. As you leave the plane, inflate the vest by pulling down on the red tab at the bottom, or manually inflate it by blowing into the tube at shoulder level. A water-activated light is attached to each vest. For children under 35 pounds, place the vest around their waist and secure the strap between the
We're
legs.
backing
See
out.
your safety card for more information. Additional life vests for in-lab children are in marked compartments at the front and rear of the plane. We'll distribute these vests if necessary. Before we take off, bring your seat to its upright position and stow your tray table. Be sure you fastened your seatbelt low and tight across
Look
your
at that
lap.
Delta plane
Carry
over there.
on
That
items
thing is
secured,
huge.
and armrests are at resting position. Finally, take a moment to review the safety information card in your seat pocket.
As we finish our safety check, please let us know if you have any questions.
As we take off into the future, sit back and relax. And from all of our crew, thank you for flying with Delta, today and for the next 100 years.
That's crazy that it's been 100 years of flying. Wow.
Thank you for paying attention to this important safety message.
I bet all these people get their
We're
10,000
offering
steps
fast, free Delta Sync Wi-Fi on today's flight. Switch your device to airplane mode and turn Wi-Fi on. Next, choose the DeltaWiFi.com network. If the Wi-Fi sign-in page does not open, go to DeltaWiFi.com using your browser.
Now sign in with your SkyMiles account, or sign up for SkyMiles for free. Once connected, you can explore offers and experiences from brands you love, all with a SkyMiles membership.
That's a pretty big jet too.
Cabin lighting will be dimmed for the duration of today's flight. Should you need additional lighting, there are reading lamps located in the panels above your seats. Also in the panel above your seat, you will find flight attendant call button and your air control valve. If you do accidentally hit the flight attendant call button trying to activate your reading light, tap that same button, it'll turn back off. Once again, welcome aboard and thank you for flying Delta.
And there's where we start. So we're actually going over Utah too. Huh, that's pretty awesome. That plane must be taking off too. Oh, and we are taking off. He just gave us a salute. Maybe we'll get lucky and see one landing or taking off. Here we go. Slow and steady. Really jiggly. Oh, there goes UPS. Is it taking off? I think it is. Oh, look at there it goes. Look at, and it's, I don't know if it's taking off or coming in. UPS just took off, but making that climb. There goes my wife's packages back to Green Bay. So that Delta flight must have been just landing. And I think we got the go-ahead, because we are rolling. Oh, look at all those planes behind us. American, Delta, and there's another one back there. Gotta cross this airplane highway. We are definitely not staying on our side of the mustard. Oh, and there goes another plane taking off. Maybe. Yeah, I think it is. Oh yeah. Look at it go. And it is out of here. I wonder which runway we're gonna go on. Maybe this one? No, maybe not. It's hard to believe it's been over, you know, about 2 years since I've flown last. And then going through the airports, I'm like, this brings back memories. Just glad it's not Atlanta.
Flight attendants, please clear the cabin for departure.
Sounds good.
Some DHL over there. I don't know what the blue plane is. Maybe Amazon? I don't know. Is that flight taking off? Or that plane taking off? Maybe. Oh yeah. It's taking off. Getting some speed before it goes. And there's another plane right there waiting to go. So we all just have to wait our turn. And that one's going now. I bet there's a bunch behind us just waiting. Watch when he turns. We'll have to see how many planes are actually back there in line. 'Cause I imagine there's a whole bunch. I wonder how far they get down the runway before they actually say, okay, your turn. Like if they're up in the air. Like, and he's up in the air. Let's look back here to see how many are back there. Can you guys see? Oh yeah, one. So just one. Not too bad. I don't think that spider or bug right there is going to be on very long. Better hurry up and get off while you got a chance. The bug's like, what did I do? Alright, and we are off. Let's go. See you in a week, Minnesota. See you in a week. Pedal to the metal, and let's do this. And we are up as I hit the window with the whoa. Now we'll find Mall of America where before we didn't. That's not it. Maybe not. We're flying out over this way. I think Mall of America's back the other way. Oh, it's going to be hazy again. Or foggy. For as many times as I've flown out of Minnesota, I never realized how many times, like, around the airport, just how many waterways they are, like rivers, lakes, creeks, streams. I just never really paid attention to any of that stuff. I wonder if that's 35. Who knows? Oh, I thought that swimming pool was on the roof. That's a huge roundabout right there. Speed was 318 miles an hour, or 321 miles. 52 degrees outside. We're at 6,678, or 23 now. 323. other plane way over there. You're not going to be able to see it. It looks like a bird. Look at these little ponds around these residential areas. There's like quite a bit. The landscape, I always think it's so cool seeing how the landscape's done, like in like squares and stuff. So interesting. Jiggly.
On behalf of Delta and our global airline partners, thank you for helping us to celebrate 100 years in flight. Our priority on this flight is a safe, clean, and comfortable experience for you. For your safety, please stay seated with your seatbelt securely fastened in case we experience any unexpected rough air. Please use caution when opening overhead bins, as items may have shifted during takeoff. And keep the aisle clear of any potential trip hazards like bags or bag straps. Federal regulations require all customers to comply with crew member instructions and prohibit the use of cellular networks during flight. The use of Wi-Fi to make voice or video calls is not allowed. The information on approved electronic devices can be found on the safety information card in your seat pocket. The lavatories are refreshed throughout the flight, but if you notice an untidy lavatory, please let the flight attendant know. Fast free Delta Sync Wi-Fi is available on today's flight for SkyMiles members. If you're not yet a SkyMiles member, it is fast, free, and easy to join. Connect to the DeltaWiFi.com network. If a login window does not appear, type DeltaWiFi.com into any browser to begin. We invite you to enjoy our complimentary entertainment and a variety of complimentary Coca-Cola beverages and snacks. Premium fresh food options are available for purchase, including snack boxes from our flight fuel menu, as well as alcoholic beverages. Please note that federal regulations prohibit consuming any alcohol that you might have brought on board with you. You'll save 20% in the form of a statement credit and earn double miles when you use your Delta SkyMiles credit card from American Express. If there's anything we can do to make your experience more comfortable, please don't hesitate to ask.
That is so interesting. Like all the green squares. And then where the trees are, I'm suspecting there's a river. I could be wrong. River looks pretty interesting. Oh, there's a plane right down there too that's flying low. Little small plane. Oh, and there's a runway right there. I didn't even notice that. some of the battery for some other states. Minnesota's definitely beautiful out here, but we're flying over some way more beautiful states, to include Wyoming, Utah, and Nevada. South Dakota will be okay too, but I imagine it's going to be a bunch of yellow. Just think 3,000 feet, no, 18,000.
Gentlemen, how are we doing? I have a breakfast burrito of
$4.75. Headwind is 10 miles an hour. 14 degrees outside right now. We're at 19,000 feet.
I can show you a vest. This is just that. Some cherries, right? Anything to drink?
Almost to the border of Iowa and South Dakota, and of course Minnesota. Those little white things down there are windmills. I don't know if you can see them. I can see them out the window, but I don't know if the camera's picking it up. It's kind of a little harder to see. We're almost to Iowa. The landscape is so cool. Gosh, I gotta stop hitting the window with that. Man. More windmills over here too. So breakfast is going to be served here shortly. I'm hungry, so put a little napkin down. Yep. Haven't eaten anything, and I should have got something in the airport, but I was like, well, I already ordered breakfast anyway, so I might as well just wait till I get on the plane. So I know this isn't really that accurate right here, but it looks like we're actually cutting a corner of South Dakota and then going into Nebraska. Interesting. I thought we were going across from South Dakota, so. I'm good, thank you. Got some orange juice there. Pretty good. Not Florida orange juice or anything, but it's good enough. another water thing right here. So apparently you shut this. I didn't even know that. Didn't even know that was there. 32,000 feet, 501 miles an hour. It's negative 36 degrees outside. Holy cow. That is insane. And 2 hours and 59 minutes before we actually get to San Fran. So, I mean, obviously, we don't. It's not all that accurate, but this is South Dakota and Nebraska, like the border of it that you're currently seeing, according to this. It's a big river out there. I don't know which river that is. On where we're at, I wonder if that's the Missouri River. Not 100% sure though. It's definitely one of the bigger rivers that's staying out, you know. Oh yeah, Sioux Falls. So we're passing Sioux Falls right now. So maybe that's the Sioux Falls River. I don't even know the river over there. I've been to Sioux Falls twice, so I think I would know. So that would. I don't know. I don't think that's in Missouri now. I'm doubting that now. Get some turbulence. I'm gonna have to look it up maybe and do some research if there's such thing as a Sioux River. And again, I don't know. According to this, we just flew over Sioux Falls. You suspected if you were on the other side of the plane. I mean, we're up here, 30,000 feet. So I doubt you'd be able to see the falls, downtown Sioux Falls. So, but now the clouds are starting to pick up over here. Still looks pretty cool. But we went from like hardly nothing to like, I don't know, it's weird. So I got my food. Look at this, guys. Some awesome Belgian waffles. Some grains of some sort. Looks like strawberry and yogurt maybe. And a little croissant. Let's dig in. I'm hungry. Belgian waffle. I picked the plate up and show you, but it's hot. Burning. That's not bad. I think those are blueberries. The berries that you're seeing.
Okay, they're definitely not.
Imagine this is cream cheese of some sort. Let's try some of this now. I think this is like yogurt or some sort. There's nuts in here. Somebody on the plane has a peanut allergy, and they had announced it on the loudspeaker thing that they were going to try to watch out for that. But there's clearly nuts in here, so. Oh, this is messy. So I just noticed that. And now back up to the flight. So we are in Nebraska right now. That's Nebraska clouds. So, just in the middle of Nebraska right now. Look at this. The roads are far and in between. Now I know it's been years ago, but many years ago, I flew many times out to LA. But that was the early 2000s, so seeing all this stuff from up here is pretty cool, considering, again, it was the early 2000s, and I wasn't really filming anything then. So all the long roads all by themselves. The landscape's definitely changed from the when we were in Minnesota and it was like squared out, and out here now it's just like you know, there's a road right there, and we'll throw some ziggly lines here for the road. Way different. I don't know what this is down here in this building. It's pretty tall, it looks like. I think maybe in the next 15 minutes we'll probably be in Wyoming. suspecting that's another river right there. Not sure which one. Look at all the circles out there. And we just, according to the map, Alliance, Nebraska. Gotta zoom in a little bit. Alliance, Nebraska is where Carhenge is. There's one in Amarillo too, off of Route 66, I believe. But Alliance, Nebraska has one. And one of these days, I want to get out there to actually see that. Who knows when, but look at this. Such weird landscape. There's some river right there. Pretty interesting. Of course, it is negative 40 degrees out. And we're doing almost 500 miles an hour. And all these circles. Yeah, landscape has definitely changed. Pretty interesting. Very weird. Crossing over into Wyoming now. It's just so interesting seeing it appears to be some sort of like elevation change down there, where they've like got the lines or whatever up to that point. Like, I should say the fields, I guess, is what I'm trying to get at. So some of the fields will just work around some of those elevation points, it looks like. But still got quite a bit of the circles. Like I said, Minnesota didn't have any. And I don't believe Wisconsin had any neither, but it was so foggy I couldn't see. Half circles. We'll be going across the top of Colorado for just a sliver. Very interesting. So this is somewhere in Wyoming on the border of Denver. I wonder if this is Cheyenne. Let's look. Yep, this must be Cheyenne. Look at that long road. Flying over Cheyenne. Rocky Mountain should be coming in appearance shortly, I would think. can see some elevation changes right now out there. Look at that. That must be a train track that's got the big circle right there. And these must be the Rockies right here, or the foothills. I should say the foothills to the Rockies. Oh, there's a train down there actually moving. That's kind of cool. That is so neat. Look at the red, some of that red on the lower elevations. That is cool. I was hoping to see some snow. I don't know if we will. Consider it is July 25th. The higher elevations, I would think that there would be some. Look at that. So interesting. Negative 42 degrees up here and 493 miles an hour. Still got 2 hours to go. Look at that. Roads far and in between. Just so weird at 30,000 feet above, you know, the sea level, where we're flying right now. It makes the Rocky Mountains look small, and I believe Colorado has 14,000s or 14ers, I think, as they refer to it as, which means that there's 50 mountain peaks in Colorado at over 14,000 feet. Okay, so there's the Rockies. Look at the snow on top of the mountains. So these are all the foothills, I'm suspecting, but those are the Rockies. That's awesome. So you can clearly see the snow on top of those. That is so cool. These must all be lower elevations because, again, there's snow up on top of those over there, where here there's nothing. At least it doesn't look like it. But I'm up here in an airplane, what do I know? Look at these rivers too. The zigzagging rivers. So it looks like there's snow on some mountains up over here too. I wonder what that would be. It's all part of the Rockies. Yeah, this over here, look at that. Those rivers. And it looks like there's snow on those ones that's coming up. Look at the snow on these. That's pretty cool. That's pretty neat. You can definitely tell the elevation has changed down there too. That is pretty awesome. Wow. That is cool. I wonder if this is part of the Snake River Canyon. Not 100% sure though. Got some of those circles too. And we're almost to Utah. An hour and 32 minutes ago. And it's negative 45 out, and we are doing about 507 miles an hour. I like that. Let's get there quicker. Almost into Utah, and it's getting a little bit more hazy now. Oh, look at this. Look at that. That is beautiful. Wow. Very, very interesting. Look at the little road that goes in between like the ridges or whatever. It's just a long, narrow road that goes in between there. Got a weird color lake right there. Something just seems weird about it. And we're over Utah. I feel like we're on the outskirts of the Salt Flats. Got a little bit of green up here on top of the mountains. Not much though. Not much. Got some more circles again. So I wonder if this is some of the salt flats of Utah, or part of it. I can't tell if it's snow or salt. And there's some sort of body of something coming up. I don't know if it's a body of water or what. Maybe that's the salt flats. Yeah, I don't know. I just know we're in Utah. So this might be the salt flats. This is where we're located. Richfield's right there. Eli's over here. And that's what it looks like. This looks more salty, like, well, the other spot did too. That is very interesting. Yeah, that is very interesting. Making our way over in Nevada. This is very interesting. Wow. And 504 miles an hour is what we're traveling at, and I think we're just under an hour before we get to San Francisco. Yep, just made under an hour. There goes those circles again. Still don't know what they are, but looks like a little airport out in the middle of nowhere. Wow. There's some tall mountains over there, but I don't know what the name of them are. You can see them through the clouds. I believe we're getting close to the Sierra Nevada mountain range. If I look at that correctly, look at, there's like a little city right here. Out in the middle of nowhere. Wow. So they asked if I wanted a snack, and I got this. I'm honestly not even sure why, because I'm not going to eat it. Yeah, I don't know why I did that. I'm literally going to put it right here. The next person can have it. I don't want it. And we're coming up over the Sierra Nevada mountains are right there. Look at how tall they are compared to the rest of the valley. Look at this too. This is kind of cool. I don't know what that is. But you can look at the difference in the elevation right there. Look at that. That is insane. Pretty cool. Look at that. A little bit of snow way up top, but the ones way in the back there have a lot of snow. You can see that all across. Very cool. That is pretty cool. Pretty neat. Look at that. So cool. All that snow out there in July, in the middle of, well, actually the end of July, almost August. That was pretty cool. Look at that. Like, it looks like a volcano almost. So weird. Look at that water. That water is just like, holy cow. Look at that. It's just blue. Look at the terrain. Oh, now you're really seeing some snow. Look at the peaks. Look at that. That is cool. And this is the Sierra Nevada mountain range. All the little lakes that are up on top those mountain ridges. That is so cool. It's just so funny because we're like 30,000 feet above, and it looks like the mountaintops are like just a couple hundred feet but down below, but that's not the case. They're probably closer to 15,000 feet. That is wow. Alright, that's awesome. Look at that. There's some sort of canyon over here too, which is really deep.
Parking gate C5, it's Charlie 5. Right now the computer showed us touching down at 26 minutes past the hour. That puts us on the ground 25 minutes early this morning.
Wow.
So we should have an early arrival at our gate. C5. One other thing, flight Delta Airlines, ask our flight attendants, please tell the cabin to arrive.
So we are officially in California in about 26 minutes from the airport, he said. So God, this is so breathtaking. I've seen quite a bit of mountains, but nothing like this. Is that Half Dome? So I believe this is Half Dome right here. That might be Half Dome in Yosemite. We're flying over Yosemite National Park, I believe. I believe that's Half Dome. Oh my God, that's so awesome. Just look at the road down there, zigzagging between the ridges and I believe that's the Merced River. I'm probably slaughtering that, but I believe the road runs next to it. According to what I'm seeing here, that was still pretty cool seeing that what appeared to be Half Dome. I'm not even 100% sure, but if it was pretty awesome.
And as the captain shared, we've begun our initial descent into the San Francisco area. Please ensure that all of your carry-on items are properly stowed and fasten your seatbelt. Flight attendants will be passing through the cabin shortly, so check your seat pockets and around your seats for any items you would like to discard.
That's awesome. So getting some of those patterns again that we had in the Midwest, in Minnesota. Pretty interesting. That looks like a pretty big city there. That's interesting. Just look at that landscape. Wow, it's just so crazy. Wow. Look at that. That's like a red river. You got this river over here. Man, it's just so weird. Wow. I like the colors. They're kind of cool. I have no idea what it is, but I suspect that's the airport we're flying into right there. Could be wrong though. Could be wrong. We'll see if we turn to the left. Oh, this place is huge. Look like Pac-Man. I'll zoom in so you guys can see. This is so weird, like the colors and stuff. Very weird. And whoa, that was a pretty rough landing. But we're in San Francisco, guys. So that is pretty awesome. Wow.
Welcome to San Francisco. The local time is 10:30 a.m. Please note that 2 hours time change. Please stay
That is pretty cool.
Seatbelt securely fastened and carry-on items stowed until the captain has turned off the seatbelt sign. This will be your one and only.
All right, so we made it to San Francisco, and that's the end of this video, guys. If you like this kind of content, please feel free to subscribe, like, share, follow, and with that, we'll catch you on the next adventures here, there, and everywhere. Also, I wanted to, before the battery dies, I've never been on a flight before where we've arrived 15 minutes early, which is pretty awesome. I'm not complaining this time. And then I also wanted to show you one more thing. So that's the line over here is to the Delta Sky Club over there. It wraps all the way down the hall to get in there. So just figured I'd share that with you guys. But yeah, I'm glad that I'm in San Francisco. Easy flight. And stay tuned for the next adventures. It is going to be an awesome week out here. But I'm not going to share anything on this video. You guys will have to watch the next videos. I'll catch you on the next one. You guys take care.